Today, we have a client who paid double his restoration amount just to have his shoes moved to the front of the line, restored right away, and sent right back to him. I want to talk about the story and why this client paid double to have these restored. My restorations are already an investment as is, which I completely understand, but you pay for value with me. But these were his babies. These, out of the 300 plus pairs of shoes he has, are his absolute favorite pair. And I'd just like to honestly play a little bit of the voice message he sent to me, describing, the shoes and, just how he felt about them, so you guys can hear his voice and how he felt as well. Just take a listen. Let me know if this sounds like someone who really cares about their shoes, because this is why we do what I do. Shoes are more than just shoes to some people. They're meaning, history, stories, sentimental value, right? So that's really something that has to be taken into consideration.
These are size 11 from 1995, just like the other ones are. These are a little bit different. They were made in China as opposed to Indonesia, so they've got sharper features on them. But this is the exact size and detailed shoe that I saw way back. But remember that story I told you about, looking across the foyer in 1995 and seeing them? This is exactly what I saw. And that's why I said just my favorite pair. I just really love the detailing on these. But they are more worn. They have had me try and reseal. I've never taken them completely apart, but I have resealed the forefoot edges a little bit.
So basically, if you guys heard, the little story he was referring to was back in 1995 when he was in high school. He wasn't in a position to where he could purchase shoes as he can now, and he saw a classmate across the room wearing a pair of Nike Air Marauders. And from that day forward, he fell in love with the shoe. And this exact shoe is the same one when he looked across that room and saw on that kid's feet. It's the exact same pair. Maybe not off the kid's foot, but I'm talking same model, made in the same country, Taiwan, I believe is what he said. So let's unbox these and take a look at them. These literally arrived today as well. So he paid for the priority service. He's gonna get the priority service. They literally arrived about half an hour ago to an hour ago. So let's open these up and take a look at them. Okay, so now that we've looked at the shoes a little bit in closer detail, I want to talk about some things I noticed with my first look on these. Also, wasn't it cool that he sent the original box in too? He didn't have to do that, but he wanted to do it because he knew I'd be making a video on these, so it was pretty nice of him. Look at that cracked suede. Look at how bad it is. I mean, these are delicate from 1996. So taking these apart, I'm gonna have to be very extra careful. He did try gluing these himself too, as he said in the voice message, and he did, over the years, just trying to keep them fresh, painted the midsoles and maybe some of the soles multiple times. So I got a decent amount of work ahead of me. Most importantly though, the most important thing while I work on these is to be patient and to be careful, because I don't want to make the suede worse than it is. I don't want to rip anything that shouldn't have been ripped. I want to keep these in pretty much the exact same condition they're in, but make them look a lot better, if that makes sense. So first things first, let's go ahead and take these apart, and then we're going to see what's underneath here. The main reason why he's sending these in, obviously the reglue, but the air unit, the EVA air unit, he's tried replacing over the years, and he just cannot get that fit or get it comfortable. He'd rather leave it to a professional, which I totally understand, and I recommend to anyone out there who's struggling with trying to restore their shoes. You probably shouldn't, because you'd end up messing them up or be in this position. So let's go ahead, take these apart, see what's underneath here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now that we've got the shoes taken apart, we can get a better look at what's actually going on here. And he informed me that it was only a little bit of previous work that he had attempted, but it looks like a full re-glue at one point or another was attempted. You can see all the dried glue around the shoe. So it is going to be a little more work than I anticipated, but it's okay. We're still going to get it done for him. As for what he tried doing, he tried not taking the shoes apart, so he never felt comfortable enough to do a full restoration on them. While they were still somewhat intact, what he would do is take super glue and, you know, squeeze it down the sides and then press it. You know, he never fully took the shoe apart, prepped everything, laid down the glue, and rebonded it together. That's why you see the little hole right there, because while the shoes were together, he probably took an X-Acto knife, carved that out, and tried replacing the crumbled air unit with this EVA foam, but it didn't work out. That's why they're in my hands right now. So next step is going to be a bunch of prep work. Okay, so now that we've got everything all prepped, it's time to strip the paint on these midsoles, because he's definitely tried painting these many times before. He didn't necessarily ask me to do this, but I'm still going to do it for him, just so these come back to him in the best condition as possible. And the creasing, you can see some creasing on the midsole too. I'm going to take that out as best as I can using my heat gun, being very careful not to deform or warp the midsole, but to just remove that creasing so it looks nice and, you know, smooth. Another thing that he didn't ask me to do, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm not sure if you guys can tell on camera, but the white portion here is painted. You may be able to see a little bit, like towards the top there. It has been painted, and that was just because, you know, you probably didn't have a way to naturally unyellow it using a UV light box. So on top of stripping the paint on the midsoles, I'm also going to take off the paint on the soles, the white paint, and we're going to throw them in my UV box. They shouldn't need like an overnight or anything session to get back to as white as possible. If they do, that's fine, but I'm trying to get these back to him as fast as possible because that's what he ultimately paid for and wants most. came off pretty easy for the most part. This looks like a lot of cotton balls right here, but I guess it went by faster than it seems. I did, on one of the soles, strip the white paint I was talking about. I wonder if you can see. Yep. See, this is the yellowing from the age, and this is the paint that he tried to make these white with again, which I totally understand. I mean, if you don't have a way to naturally unyellow them, then you're going to resort to white paint, because why wouldn't you? And it obviously would make it look good at the very beginning, but over time it does fade. So we're going to throw these in the UV box downstairs. While that's going on, we're going to focus on the midsoles, repaint them, do any last touch-ups on the uppers to get prepped, and we'll move on to the glue same day, right? This is all same day. And if we need to wait until tomorrow morning, we'll do that. Alright, now that the midsoles are all clean and the soles are cleaned up as well, they look beautiful. They're nice and white, as they should be, without any paint or previous work or damaged work done to them. Just take a look. Looks much more factory than it did. And then our soles are nice and white. If you guys got value from this video and you want to see more just like it, be sure to click here. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see me work on more rare shoes, let me know what pair you want to see me work on next in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.